A week from today is one of the hardest days of the year for me. And in order to try to put a positive spin on it and to live on purpose and to be the kind of person I really want to be, I need your guys' help. And I have an idea and I'm kind of excited about it.
It's a good idea.
I feel like I'm gonna start crying and I haven't even started talking yet. So, my dad's birthday is on April 17th. And he died when I was 21. And I was about 22 weeks pregnant with Peyton. And he was in a hunting accident and passed away. And So I'm taking my kids and we're gonna go here and swing by the cemetery. So this one is my dad's, and this one is Grandma and Grandpa Great that you remember. My grandparents are the ones that Peyton remembers as her grandparents. She was 5.5 when they passed away. So she was really close to them, and she still, yesterday we drove past their house and she was talking about eating bambinos in their backyard, and it just made me so happy that she knows them. And then this one is my dad who passed away before any of them were born. Oh, it's a hard day, huh? Okay, I keep crying, so I feel like maybe now is not the time for me to talk about it. But I have something really special to me that I'm excited, and I'm gonna reach out to you guys and see if, as part of our family and part of our community, if you'll help me with. So when I get home, I'm excited to go into great detail about it and kind of let you know what I have envisioned. From today is one of the hardest days of the year for me. And in order to try to put a positive spin on it and to live on purpose and to be the kind of person I really want to be, I need your guys' help. And I have an idea and I'm kind of excited about it.
It's a good idea.
When my dad passed away, we talked about how he left a legacy, like what his legacy would be and what he would want us to remember. And we very much felt like that was service. And there's like hundreds and hundreds of things that I can remember of him serving. I remember dropping my grandparents off at the airport and my mom loading us in the car. I don't remember like how we got there because I was probably Peyton's age. And I remember my mom loading us in the car and me being like, "Where's Dad?" And she's like, "You'll see him, hold on." And I remember seeing him helping this little old lady out to her car, and he was carrying all of her suitcases, and his actions spoke so much louder than any words he could have said. Story. Oh, that's like the earliest example of him serving that I remember. I remember in my first grade class, there was a disabled boy, and my dad came to class every week to teach him to read. He didn't come to volunteer for anybody else, he didn't come for me, and I remember the little boy invited my dad to his birthday party.
That's so cute.
No, this was in first grade, and you guys, I love that boy. I remember standing up for him when kids were throwing rocks at him in 4th grade because of the example that my dad had set. And I remember him coming to visit me after high school. Like, my dad clearly changed that boy's life. And so many examples like that. I remember him being up hunting one day and feeling like he should drive a different direction and seeing something in the horizon, and it was a family, a dad with 3 little children. And it was like getting dusk, and my dad ended up taking him to town, buying him all these things. Like, seriously, if there was ever a person who served despite their own challenges, and he just would try so hard to put those behind him and to just serve. And I I'm forever grateful for that. I remember, okay, so last one, I promise that. I remember, so he was like fairly high up in a university setting, and so he was in the administration building, and I remember leaving and him stopping the janitor and calling him by name and telling him how clean the water fountain was. He was like, I noticed the water fountain, like so-and-so, and I was like so impressed. Like, he just found ways. It didn't have to be like spending all of his money or spending all of his time. Like, the act of knowing someone's name and acknowledging the little things they do. You guys, this man is and was amazing. Oh, okay, so I do have a point to this. His birthday is a week from today. His birthday is April 17th. And it's obviously a hard day to because you want to celebrate, like, because you love him and you're grateful he lived, but there's a place in your heart that hurts. Okay, so I'm sorry. So what my family has always done is we've done however old he would be in acts of service.
That's cute. Your nose is starting to turn red.
Stop. Okay. Anyways, so he would have been turning 60 this week. And so my family is trying to do 60 acts of service in his name. And I thought, you know what? I really want to spend this next week just doing tons of service. Because, okay, the last couple years, I gotta be honest, I like push through the day and I hold it together and then I put the kids to bed and I just like lose my mind and it's like such a hard day. And I decided this year I want to celebrate him. I want to actually really like do something. So
something that matters.
Yeah, something that matters.
Changes.
At his funeral, my 18-year-old little brother spoke, and you guys, it was held in a stake center, which is like a really large building for our church, and it was full to the brim. And I remember him saying, oh, maybe you should tell. I can't even. I
mean, it was filled to the very back.
It was
like hundreds
and hundreds of people.
400 to 500 people.
Yes, and so he said, will anybody who was ever touched by an act of service that my dad performed for them please stand? And literally there was not a person sitting or a dry eye in that place. And I remember in his viewing, a lady from the gas station that he liked to get soda at coming through.
I gotta think of the Broncos. I gotta think something tough.
Okay, this whole vlog was not meant to be crying, but my nose really does turn red. Okay. So, moral of the story is, not only is my extended family doing 60 acts, I would love to contribute 60 acts from us too, from the Mower Moments family. Yeah. So my family is going to be working hard. I'm going to write down each act of service. This is where I need your help. I would love if you guys would do an act of service in my dad Brian's honor. Send it to me, DM me. You can DM me at Mower Moments. You could email it to us. JD will check that, right?
Yeah.
I would love if you could contribute an act of service. And then I have an exciting way that I'm planning on revealing them. So your act of service will go noticed. It'll be written down individually as kind of a representation on that day. So I'm so excited to not only really honor my dad's legacy this year and not just hide my hurt, but I'm excited to include you guys as well. You guys really have become family, and like, I love the comments. I love the people that are, I'm always replying to comments and I'm like, she's like a friend. Like he is like family. Yeah. And so I would love to extend that to you guys. Please, if you want to do an act of service, don't feel like you have to, but if you feel like there's something you can do in honor of my dad, it'll probably post on the 18th then instead of the 17th, because we'll actually celebrate it that day. Can't wait to include you guys. Okay, 1 week from today, April 17th, DM us at Mower Moments. Let us know what you did. And I'm so excited to put it all together and to really celebrate him in the way he deserves. So I know this wasn't our traditional vlog today, but really something that's just made us who we are.
We want to live on purpose. We want to build something that lasts. And I think this is something that brings us all together.
And if, you know, if it wasn't for my parents and for the way they raised me and JD's parents and the way they raised him, there would be no Mower Moments vlog. There would be no Mower family. Like, he's made me who I am today. Yeah. And I'm excited to celebrate that. Yeah. So, thanks. I'm gonna go pretend like I'm not crying and start prepping for next week's exciting reveal.
Yeah.
Birthday party.
It's gonna be awesome.
That's what's gonna be a birthday party. Yeah. Excited to go prep for
birthday party. Let's have a big party.
Next week's birthday party. Okay, good night.